Hey there, good afternoon. This is Victoria B. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for viewing my video today. This is going to be a continuation of yesterday's video, The Divine Masculine Healing Addictions. Um, you might want to watch that one first if you haven't, before you watch this one. I'm just going to touch base with a couple of things. Some cards, there were some things I need to look up, but there's one card that fell out of the deck right after I did the video, and I had mentioned this in the video about the Divine Masculine that I was talking about yesterday in my first video. And this card came out, and I'd already said this in the video. This card just came falling out. It's called Telepathy. Mind communication, reading thoughts, able to smell someone, vivid dreams. Okay, Divine Masculine, you have this gift. You have the gift of telepathy. Um, this divine masculine, one of the divines in here, just one, probably a whole bunch of them are not spiritually awoke yet, but they do have this ability to communicate telepathically with people. And once you become awakened, this power will amplify. So just keep that in mind, that you do have this power and you could tap into it even more if you so desire. And my next card, this is one of the things I had to look up. Like I said, I don't know everything. I had to look this. This is a healing ritual. It's called Limpia, egg cleansing. Okay, that card right there. I mean, this is going to be a whole video on this because I didn't know what it was, so I looked it up. It's very interesting. It's a Spanish term. It came from Mexico, and it's also known in other Hispanic cultures as well. It's pronounced limpia, Leempyah. That's how you would say it. That's how you would say it if you're going to pronounce it. Pronounce it, limpia, limpia. Okay, and it comes from Mexico and Hispanic countries. So the definition of a limpia egg cleanse, the card itself is an egg cleansing that is used to rid yourself of negative energy or being done or something bad being done against you. For example, like if someone has done spell work on you or just wishing you bad or trying to sabotage your life, you do this little egg cleansing ritual and it can clear your aura, clear you of bad energy. This is something that you could do at home for yourself if you're not able to go to a healer. I still recommend the chakra healing from a professional person that is the best way, but this is a good way to clear your energy if you want to do this yourself. Okay, so that's the definition of that. And then I asked the definition of limpia. Okay, that's how you say it, limpia in Spanish. The definition of this is a traditional cleansing ceremony designed to restore emotional health. It requires a raw egg, fresh herbs, and a vase for burning copal, Copal. Copal is an aromatic tree resin from central Mexico. Oh, that was interesting. And then they give several references to definition. I've got about 6 or 7 of those. Limpia, the first one is it's a feminine noun, the act of cleaning. Number 2, limpia definition in politics is purge, which means to get rid of something, which that can go in the spiritual world as well. That's to purge all the bad out of you. And then limpia, number 3 definition from agriculture is called, from Latin America, it means clearing, Clearing, clearing. And I've got an example of the clearing. The clearing of the field must be finished before planting. So before you can be successful in planting your seeds for growth, you must first clear your field before planting. So this clears, in other words, if you're doing this to clear yourself of negative entities and bad things in your body or something that someone has done to you, this clears your field, and that way you have a blank slate. You can start over. Your energy is back. It does help with your aura. Okay, it does help with your aura. So it's just like when they plant in the field, they call it limpia, and one of the definitions is clearing. So if you were planting a field, you have to clear the field before you and get the dirt right before you can plant the seeds. It's the same thing with you, with your body. You need to get all that bad out of you before you're able to progress further or grow. I hope I'm explaining this okay. So something new and positive can come in. The number 4 definition for limpia. This is the spiritual definition in Latin America. It means cleansing. An example, it said, my brother did a cleansing with egg and candles. And then another number 5 definition for limpia is a masculine noun, a person who polishes shoes. I thought that was interesting. A shoe shine, somebody that shines shoes for money. I don't know, you've seen those old mafia movies where guys shine the guy's shoes, shine the mafia boss's shoes, or all the people that they go and get their shoes shined. And that could be a way of removing negative energy as well. And then in the United Kingdom, limpia, a shoe shine is called a boot black. Boot black, Bootblack. And then the last definition for limpia, it's a noun. It's a colloquial expression for a shoe shine or a boot black, which is in the United Kingdom. So this is going to go, and this is quite a bit of information here, but I thought it was very interesting. Let me keep going with this. I hope I'm explaining this and making it clear to you. Okay, and here's another definition for limpia. Limpia egg cleansing, a ritual to clear your energy field or aura, A-U-R-A. It's a shamanic ritual done by a shaman. And it's also, if you practice Santeria, it's a little different. It's used in Santeria, which that's done in a lot of the Caribbean or Hispanic countries, Santeria, where they use saints and candles and stuff like that. You would do an egg cleansing and you would use a candle with a saint, and there's special herbs they use. I don't know about these herbs. I don't know what's in them. I did look them up. There are shops online where you can get them, but I don't know what these herbs are. They're really being really secretive about it. So I don't know if I would use this or not. It's up to you. I would just use the shamanic version, and I'm going to explain that here in a minute. And also, let's see. Let me go back and read the rest of this. This is the details of it. And this is a shamanic ceremony to clear your aura, to rid you of bad energies, if spell work has been done on you, or if anybody has been wishing you any bad, or if somebody is a psychic attack, which is the same thing, or if somebody in the 3D is trying to mess with your life. I mean, I wouldn't, this is just for you. It's not going to hurt anyone else. It's just going to clear your aura, clear your energy field so you can go back to normal. I'm going to read a little article that I found. The art of egg cleansing, so it's an art, is from a curandera background in the 1990s. Actually, it's pronounced Kyordera. So it's not curandera, it's Kyordera. Sorry, I can't pronounce that. Back in the 1990s, it is widely used in Mexico and Hispanic countries and is also called limpia in Spanish. Limpia, or spiritual cleansing, is an ancient spiritual healing practice. It can alleviate suffering by clearing physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual blocks that torment the soul. Spiritual cleansing is done for many reasons. It's used to cleanse the body, mind, and soul of negativity. It has also been thought to remove bad luck, blockages, confusions, bad karma, curses, imbalances, helps with addictions, phobias, and fears. It is powerful for removing spiritual illness and helps with physical health problems as well. And of course, it says it's not a replacement for visiting your doctor. Spiritual cleansing is beneficial as an everyday cleansing, so you can do this every day. You cannot have too many. In other words, they're telling you you can never have too many spiritual cleansings, especially if you're a reader or some type of healer or psychic. Every living thing on earth collects different energies on a daily basis. These energies are collected from people we come across to situations that we're faced with. Some of these energies are good, while others have a negative outcome on us. That effect can build up in our bodies and auras. Okay? And then it goes into a story where a lady went to a Dr. John concert, and all of a sudden she was overwhelmed by an energy presence that it made her so uncomfortable that she almost fainted. It was very dark and she had to get up and leave. So she must have been like an empath or something like that. So lady said when she got home, she did several back-to-back egg cleansings before she could even go to sleep. I woke up the next day, she said, and did another one to clear myself. And it cleared all the energy for her. This is a lady's story that she's telling. And she said, this is an extreme example, but I am hypersensitive and have to be very vigilant around outside energies. Not everyone's feelings feel the same. So if you're an empath, or if you really can feel other energies real strong, I mean, I'm like that. You need to keep yourself. This is one way to spiritually cleanse yourself. And it's very inexpensive to do so. Okay. Very inexpensive. I saw an egg cleansing ritual on Pinterest. I think that's how you say it. And you can look this up online on how to do it. I mean, I don't want to go too much into it because this is something you can Google yourself. It tells you exactly what you need to do. And this is a very inexpensive way to clear your energy, your aura field, especially if you're hypersensitive. Okay. It does tell you a little bit right here. Okay, so where this lady did it, where she did the egg cleansing on herself. It says to take a regular chicken egg, uncooked, raw, light a candle, pass the egg over the flame several times while saying a prayer. Ask Spirit to make the egg into a vessel which will vacuum off any discordant or negative energy you might be holding at the time. Be grateful and reverent. Now either stand or lie down, gently passing the egg over your entire body with your head and moving to your feet. Move the egg in a circular motion like you are gently scrubbing your body. You don't have to remove your clothes. Spend more on areas that feel they need clearing the most. After you feel you're finished, break open the egg into a glass of water. The glass or jar so you should be clear so you can see the yolk and any other inclusions that may have indicated foreign energies have been removed. Stringy strands and bubbles, cloudy patches, and other discolorations, sometimes black or red, all indicate that you have removed unwanted energies from your field. So you want to get like a glass container so you can see that. You may have to let the egg develop for a few minutes, sort of like a Polaroid film. So when you put the egg in the water, in the glass, in the clear glass where you can see it, let it sit for a few minutes and let it develop. Okay. And then it says, reading the results is an art unto itself. Suffice it to say, it takes a lot of experience, and it might just be okay to let go off the stuck energies, not being bothered by them anymore. In other words, do some kind of thing in your mind where it's not bothering you. I don't know. So this is a shamanic ritual. Okay. This is something you can do. You can look it up. It'll tell you there's more ways to do this. That seems like the easiest. It's very, I mean, it doesn't cost anything hardly. Now this, I'm going to go back to this Santeria version of the Limpia egg cleansing ritual. Okay. So the shamanic people, they use a lot of, they call them psychoactive plants. Okay. If you want to do it that way, if you're into Santeria or whatever, I'm not recommending this because I don't, if I don't, it's got all these different kinds of plants. Some of them are poisonous, and I just don't know about dealing with all that. Okay. I don't know what's in those herbs. They don't say what's in them. some of you guys might know about this. I don't recommend this. I wouldn't do Santeria. I would do the shamanic version. It's simple, it's easy, and egg is pretty harmless. So to clear energy. Okay, and it says that the herbs, I checked into the herbs. You use a candle, an egg, and a particular saint candle. I guess you can use any of those, would be fine. And the plants, the herbs are called psychoactive plants. Okay, psychoactive. Psychoactive means it affects the mind, basically. Okay, and it's done by a female. And then let's see, hold on. And then the shamans is a shaman that does this kind of work is a female folk healer who uses psychoactive plants, magic, and spiritualism to treat illness, induce visions, impart traditional wisdom. A female shaman, okay? And it's spelled Curandera, Curandera, or the correct pronunciation is Kyore Dera, or you can just say Curandera. You can use the English version. Whichever. This is a female shaman, and they use the psychoactive plants, things that affect the mind. And I'm gonna give you a few examples, and then you can look up the rest yourself, okay? Because it goes into a lot of detail. The psychoactive plants that affect the mind are cannabis, also called cannabinoids, tobacco, nicotine, and beta-carboline alkaloids, that's in the tobacco family, coca, which is cocaine, the coca is the plant, opium poppy, which is morphine, codeine, and other opiates, nutmeg. Okay, I didn't look up nutmeg. That really surprised me when I saw nutmeg. I may look into that myself. I don't know what they use nutmeg for. It's some kind of, you can look that up as well. I'm just giving you some basic information so you know what this card is, and I'll know what it is when it comes up, because it never came up in a reading before. But nutmeg, that kind of stuck in my head. And then they have the shaman, the female shaman. She uses caffeine-based plants as well. Coffee, tea, guarana, yerba mate, cocoa, and cola. All those are just caffeine-based remedies. Okay, and then the shaman, the female shaman, she uses adrenaline like these plants that are adrenaline. They make you hyper. They're adrenaline like drugs. That's how they would affect your mind. And those plants, for those that they use in shamanism to perform the egg cleansing ritual, the herb part, is called, one plant is called Datura, Datura. The next one is called Deadly Nightshade, Atropa belladonna. It's poisonous. I would not recommend using this, okay? No, okay? It's poisonous. And then one called Henbane, Henbane, Mandrake, Mandrake. I'm sure you heard of mandrake root. And then they got one called Peruvian torch cactus, something in the cactus, San Pedro cactus, and then ephedra or ephedrine, or also called Mua Huang, Mahuang. This was banned by the FDA because it's kind of like it's an adrenaline rush. I mean, it could be something like Sudafed, or it could be anything, but that's the plant, ephedrine. It produces ephedrine, and it's also called Mua Huang, Mahuang. It was banned by the FDA because it's very risky. They used to have that as a dietary supplement, so you would have to get that on the black market if you wanted to use that. I'm not recommending any of this. I'm just saying thought it was interesting. I would go with the more natural, but especially Deadly Nightshade, Atropa belladonna. I knew about the belladonna, the nightshade. It's poisonous. But some people use that, and those herbs they sell for those egg cleansing rituals, the Santeria side of it, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's in there. It's like they don't tell you what's in there. So I wouldn't recommend using that until unless you can grow your own plants. Okay. But that one deadly, and mandrake root and all that stuff. I mean, you've heard, a lot of people have heard of belladonna and nightshade, mandrake. That's just wouldn't recommend it. And this ephedra plant is, which turns it to ephedrine. They use it for sinus problems and other things, neuropathy, like neurological disorders. And it's banned by the FDA, but I bet you probably could get it somewhere. But I mean, I wouldn't look into that. The feds might come after you if you start looking into that. I wouldn't mess with it. Just giving you some information. Just stick with the natural. You know, I just wouldn't recommend doing that version of it. Just do the Hispanic version. The one where you just simply take the egg, do the ritual, and you drop it in the water in a clear glass and let it develop like a Polaroid photo, and then watch the results and see if any of the negative energies came out of your body. But like I said, I just wanted to get information on this because I didn't know what it is, and this is for you, so you guys know. I had promised you I'd do a video on it. I still recommend chakra healing. It's safer. It does clear your aura energy field, but I thought it was interesting. And then one more thing we're going to do, if I can find my card. This is going to be very short. I don't want to keep you on here too long. This was just for information purposes only. Never seen, I have these in my deck, but they have never come up before. So it might be significant to you if you can't pay a healer to help you, you know, but I would recommend that. It's definitely worth the money. Can't talk today. And this next one is called a Yoni Steam. I think you probably pronounce it different. I'm about to tell you the correct pronunciation. Yoni, it's probably Yoni Steam. It looks like some bath salts, but we're going to see what it is. That's one of the recommended treatments that was recommended to the Divine Masculine. Oh, God, I don't know if I want to say this or not. A Yoni Steam. Oh, God, here we go. I'm going to get embarrassed. It says right here, I have it on my phone, vaginal steaming, sometimes shortened to V steaming, and also known as Yoni steaming. Okay, so this is, oh God, why did I do this? This is vaginal steaming. It's a cleanse for a woman, obviously. Okay, let's see what they have to say about it. Vaginal steaming, sometimes shortened to V steaming, and also known as Yoni steaming, is an alternative health treatment whereby a woman squats or sits over steaming water containing herbs such as mugwort, rosemary, wormwood, and basil. It has been practiced in Asia, Africa, and Central America. Okay? I mean, it says some of the OBGYN doctors say it doesn't work, but I mean, you know, a lot of that, they say that about a lot of spiritual cleanse. It's like a spiritual cleanse for your vajayjay. Okay? That's all I'm going to say on that. I certainly didn't know that. Yoni steaming. But if you want to know any more detail, you would need to look it up. But next time those cards come up, you'll know what they mean. I certainly didn't know, and I don't know everything. But one more thing I want to say, Divine Masculine, in yesterday's video, I'm very proud of you guys out there that are going to counseling or working on your addictions, whether it be a drug addiction, a sex addiction, a food addiction, any gambling, any type of addiction where you're trying to improve yourself. I applaud you. I'm proud of you. This is what this video was all about. And you know, this is for this Yoni steaming. I don't know why it came up in the Divine Masculine's video. I thought that was because you guys don't have a vajayjay. That's for damn sure. I'm sorry. Anyway, but I don't know. Maybe this is something that your lady needs to do. I don't know. It says it's for women. I don't know why it came up in your spread, but Divine Feminine came up in your spread, so might be something for them to do to clear their energy. And the Limpia Limpia egg cleansing to clear your energy. You use that one. Now I'm gonna make a joke. This is probably for the karmic. Ha ha ha. For the lady karmic. Just joking. Anyway, but you do have a telepathic. You have the gift to telepathically communicate now. Even though you might have these addictions, think of what gifts you could have if you can keep yourself out of these addictions. There's a few of these masculines I'm talking about in my last video that you do have a gift, and you're trying to rid yourself of your addictions. If you do that successfully, your life is going to change. Okay, and all that psychic energy you got is going to come to life. You're going to be blown up. And this is something that would heal you as well. But I do recommend chakra healing. I told you guys about that in my first video. Send me an email, and this really does work. Okay, my prices are very reasonable. This is the best thing you can do to clear your energy field. It helps with everything. But if you can't, if your finances aren't so great, then you just do the Limpia egg cleanse, and the karmic do the Yoni vagina steam. You can look it up online to see how to do it. But you have telepathy. You have the gift of telepathy. You have the gift of clairsentience. You're very intuitive. Just I saw some other gifts in there. I can't remember what they are, but you're very gifted, even though you're in addiction. So just think of what you could accomplish if you could get out of those addictions. You'll feel so much better. And if you so desire, get up with me for chakra healing sessions. I'm very reasonable, and they do work. I promise you. I had to have it. I had it done on me several times, and I feel like a whole different person. Okay, I'm just telling. This is just information only today. But if you're watching this video now, and you didn't watch the first one, okay, the first video is called Divine Masculine, Healing Your Addictions. Okay, you'll see that one. That's part 1, and this is going to be part 2. So you should read part 1 first and then read part 2. And I'm going to make this short and say goodbye to you guys for the day. I hope that I made this understandable for you. If I don't know something, I do look it up. I know most of these things, but sometimes something will throw me for a loop and I have to look it up. Very rarely though. And I want you guys to have a great day. And I hope I helped you masculines out there in some way. You email me if you would like a personal reading, or you want to talk about the chakra healing sessions. I can give you an assessment and see what you need. I'm very reasonable. And I hope you guys have a very good and blessed day, and keep up the good work. Keep working on yourself, masculine. Keep working on yourself. And I'm very proud of you guys. God bless you. I love you. Mwah. Have a great day.